you are a developer, so you do know the tech aspect, which is good, because if, let's say, any part of it I'm not clear or you have more to add, feel free to share more as well. Okay, so we have around 3 developers here and maybe more. Some of you maybe you didn't type in the chat. Okay, so with this, I see that majority you are not actually blockchain developers. Maybe you don't know anything about blockchain technology, you don't know how to code a smart contract, which is why for today's session, don't worry, it will not be super dry. It will not just all be about technicality, like sharding, coding with Solidity, parachains, relay chain, beacon chain. All this technical term we will share a bit, but it won't be the focus, because I understand here that most of you are not a coder. You don't understand development. So don't worry, today's session I will try to make it fun and interesting for everyone here. I will cover a bit on tech, of course, because we are comparing blockchain. However, I will also cover some aspect that is not on tech that may be good when we compare blockchain. Because contrary to popular belief, blockchain is not just about the technology, it is also about the ecosystem. It is also about the adoption. Okay, but those tech people here, feel free to help to share more, because sometimes when I explain, you may say, this is not how you explain. So feel free to correct me as well. So I have been sharing with Bybit for around 3 sessions. I'm guessing that most of you have attended and you already know me, but for those of you that don't, my name is Yun Han. You can call me YH. I have over 4 years of experience in the crypto space, working in exchange such as Swappy, Cryptology, and Sparrow. So I have quit my full-time job and trying to start my own thing, which is blockchain and crypto education. So thank you, Bybit, for supporting this as well. Today's agenda, it is to explore, is there an Ethereum killer? With this, we have some projects to compare against, such as Polkadot, Cardano, Elrond. Some of you may have heard of them, some of you may have the token yourself. And then ultimately we will discuss and try to see whether there is indeed an Ethereum killer. Okay, so this is what we will be sharing today. Before we share on the blockchain, I want to first introduce to you the different types of cryptocurrencies in the market. Of course, we have cryptocurrencies serving as currencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum. You can transfer to anyone as a form of money if they agree so. We also have utility token. Utility token such as tokens with specific scenario. For example, some of you may use Brave browser. You will get BAT token for using the browser. Last week, when we share on the Axie Infinity game, the token in the game are NFTs called Axies. We also have tokens that are security tokens. These are tokens that are like shares of financial security. For example, if Elon Musk, a proponent of crypto, one day decide to put Tesla stock on the blockchain, then the stock could be considered a security token. Next, we have platform token, which will be the focus for today, because today we are comparing blockchain, we are comparing Ethereum killer. And as most of you know, Ethereum is a platform for projects to develop their own decentralized application. Okay, so platform tokens are the token used in a platform. For example, if I'm a developer, I want to create a project on Ethereum blockchain. I will have to pay gas fee, transaction fee in the form of Ethereum. Lastly, we also have another group of tokens that are called asset-backed token. Okay, so these are similar to the first group of token called currency. Asset-backed, typically backed by an asset such as gold, silver, physical commodity. The main aim, it is to improve the liquidity of the token. For example, in Singapore, we have a gold-backed cryptocurrency called DGX. Some of you may have heard of them. So they are an example of gold-backed token. Okay, so today's focus is on platform token because we are talking about battle between the blockchains. All right, so today's focus, we are focusing on platform token like Ethereum, which enable anyone to create their own decentralized application. What is an alternative blockchain? Basically, right, alt blockchain refers to any blockchain that is not Bitcoin blockchain. So Bitcoin is one of the first few blockchain that has been developed, and with that, we have seen like the market springing up with a lot more blockchain. For example, the most popular blockchain now for decentralized application, it is our very dear Ethereum. And with Ethereum, they are facing some issue, such as very high transaction fee. With this, Ethereum is also trying to upgrade itself. Right now, it is in a process of moving from Ethereum 1.0, which is on proof of work consensus mechanism, to Ethereum 2.0, which is on proof of stake mechanism. With this upgrade of Ethereum, they say that they will improve the scalability. Also with this, other blockchain that have sprung up saying that they will solve this problem of scalability. Right now, as you can see in the list, other than Ethereum, we also have other smart contract platform that enables project and developers to develop their own projects called Cardano, Polkadot, Internet Computer, something new, Stellar Lumens, VeChain, Ethereum Classic, EOS, Tron, and New. So all this can be considered platform tokens, blockchain where developers can develop their project based on a blockchain function, based on a blockchain specificity. So this is an expectation. Normally, when we say we want to compare blockchain, right, theoretically, we will look very deeply. We will dive deep into the technicality, such as daily transaction fees, transaction per second, how long does it take for each transaction? Consensus mechanism, is the blockchain running on proof of work, proof of stake, or other form of consensus mechanism like delegated proof of stake? And we will also look into a lot of things such as how scalable the blockchain is. Okay, so this is what we will think of when we compare blockchain in the very professional way. However, the sad fact is, most of us, what are we? We are retail user. And when we compare blockchain, how do we compare? To be honest, most of my friends, even myself, when I buy a token, do I go and read up on the tech? Not really. Maybe I know a bit. So most retail users like you and me, when we invest in a token, sometimes we invest based on hype. For example, some of you may have heard of this token called Avalanche, AVAX. Recently, it has been increasing in price. And some of my friends, FOMO, then they just buy the token, not because of the superior technology, but because the price is up. So they buy based on hype. So the sad fact today is that most people currently in the market, although we say, oh, tech is so important, but to be honest, most of us, we know very minimally about the blockchain technology. We are more concerned with speculation. And there's also another issue here. We have seen a lot of project white paper. Wow, they promise the world. Say until got dragon, got got dragon, got phoenix. But when they actually roll out their solution, you found that there's a lot of bugs. You find that they cannot deliver. So this is the sad state of the current market. And I'm pretty sure here, right, those that really know the tech, it is only the developers and maybe some crypto maximalists that really do your own research. And to summarize how retail users like you and me normally, if we want to dive deeper, how we compare blockchains, we will look at three factors. The speed of the transaction. How many transactions per second? How scalable is the blockchain? The latency of the project, low latency, fast TPS. How cheap are the transaction fee? And of course, the next one, what we all are interested in the crypto market, how they can let you earn more money. Okay, so this is what us as retail users look at when we compare blockchain. We don't really dive super deep into the technicality. For example, This is a very good example as well. Binance Smart Chain only have 21 active validators who may or may not be from the Binance team. As compared to the Ethereum blockchain, because it's so much more decentralized, we have over 70,000 active validators. Okay, so if you look at this, what will you say? Yes, Ethereum blockchain is better because it is more decentralized. And decentralization is one of the key tenets of blockchain technology. All right, this is what we will logically say and think. However, you look at this graph. What do you see here? Can anyone here share in the chat? What information do you see in this current graph? Nobody? Today we have 51. So some of you, what do you see in this current graph here? What does it show? All right, so I guess Bybit people are quite shy or doing other things, don't want to contribute, but thanks Tambu. So more and more people use BSC, correct? Kate, Ethereum has the same number of transactions. Yeah, so everyone is correct as well. As you can see here, the blue one, it is Binance. Red is Ethereum, like what Kate said, same number of transactions, similar. And yellow, it's Polkadot. And as what you can see here, the blockchain that has the most activity, it is actually Binance Smart Chain, even though Ethereum is more decentralized. Okay, so this issue here is more of like, even though we say decentralization is a big part of blockchain, the sad fact is that honestly, no retail user care whether it is decentralized. They just care more about lower transaction fee, faster speed. So if a project can offer that, they will typically just migrate to that project and use their service. Most people, to be honest, don't care so much about decentralization as much as they care about making money. Okay, this is the sad fact of the industry today. And this is so much that recently there has been news that PancakeSwap, which is on Binance Smart Chain, has overtaken Uniswap as the DeFi exchange with the most locked value, TVL, total value locked. Okay, and why is it so? It is because of the scalability issue of Ethereum. Ethereum, now when you do transaction, high fees, low speed. And with that, everyone rather move to the Binance Smart Chain because low fee, faster speed, although more centralized. But nobody actually care about whether it is centralized or decentralized. With this, I would want to propose a more legit way if we want to compare between blockchains. If we want to compare whether this blockchain can kill that blockchain or kill Ethereum. One way we can look at it is, of course, the technology. We look at what the blockchain is trying to offer. What is their unique selling point? And then we look at the specification. What is the TPS, transaction per second? What is the consensus mechanism? How do they scale? Is it through sharding? Is it through layer 2 solutions? Next, we also want to look at their ecosystem. We can measure ecosystem by multiple things. One, it is like the developer's activity. If a project has many developers working, if a project has many developers on the GitHub doing new commits, then we can assume that yes, actually this chain not bad because a lot of developers are working on it. Of course, we can also look at things like partnerships and products that the project is offering. And then last but not least, this is important as well. Even if the technology is so good, even if the ecosystem is so good, but nobody is using it, then what is the point? So adoption is also very important for projects. How many users they have on board, how many people are using their platform for what they say they are doing. In conclusion, I think a more wholesome way when we compare blockchain, it is not just by technology. We can look at these three factors: technology, ecosystem, and adoption. With this, I have a question for everyone here. Can you share in the chat, what do you think is the most important in comparing blockchain, in determining whether a blockchain is good? Do you think it's the technology, ecosystem, or the adoption? Can you share in the chat, please? Okay, Abby, adoption, Zhenyang, adoption as well. And then Delhi, Shimin, real. Delhi put ecosystem. Shimin, real, Amy, adoption, Fei, ecosystem, Itam, ecosystem. All right, so I do see a lot more on ecosystem and adoption. Interesting. Let's explore further. With this, we will do a comparison between Cardano, Elrond, Ethereum 2.0, and DOT, who have all been termed as some form of Ethereum killer. However, I want to highlight here that these are just some examples. There are even more projects out there that are potentially competing with Ethereum, not just these three. Just so happen that we are covering them because they are the more well-known one. And yeah, so because they are quite well-known in the industry. So Cardano, Elrond, Ethereum, DOT, their similarity is that they are all smart contract platforms that enable developers to build on them. So this is where the similarity ends because their technology is different. Their unique selling point is a bit different. Their goals, although similar, but a bit different as well. Cardano has a tagline. They want to be the internet of blockchain. And with that, they provide a very scientifically backed platform. What they mean by that is that every protocol that they develop, everything that they developed on Cardano, it is actually scientifically proven. So they do a lot of research on it. And in their team, I think they are very legitimate cryptologists as well, and PhD people that really research on the blockchain applicability. Elrond, the tagline is the internet scale blockchain. As you can see here, Cardano and Elrond has similar tagline. Ethereum 2.0, they don't have a tagline, but I give them one, which is maybe Ethereum 2.0, it is the Ethereum killer. So it kills Ethereum 1.0. Who knows? And Polkadot, they call themselves the mother of all blockchain. And why is it so? It's because Polkadot, one of the key feature is interoperability. This means that they want to be a blockchain that can successfully link up all the different blockchain. Instead of a layer one blockchain that just enable developers to build on them, they also want to be a layer zero blockchain, meaning the foundational level that allows every blockchain to interact with each other. More about Cardano, Elrond, Ethereum, and Polkadot. So they were started in 2015 for Cardano, 2018 for Elrond, 2015 for Ethereum 1.0. Ethereum 2.0 is still pending. Polkadot 2017. Okay, so as you can see here, the oldest projects are Cardano and Ethereum. And what is really interesting is 3 of the projects here share the same co-founders, meaning that the co-founders of the projects used to work together in Ethereum. For example, Cardano, Charles Hoskinson. Charles Hoskinson is the guy you see in the image, the one above Ethereum. Yeah. Charles Hoskinson, he actually was from Ethereum, but he had a falling out with Vitalik Buterin over some issue. With that, he started his own blockchain called Cardano. And you can look at Polkadot as well. One of the co-founder of Polkadot used to be from Ethereum, Gavin Woods. Gavin Wood is the guy next to Ethereum, the one with the mustache, the one that is smiling. Yeah, so that is Gavin Wood. Okay, and he actually left Ethereum because he was saying that Ethereum is not really moving forward to Ethereum 2.0. They are quite slow and they are not trying to solve the scalability issue. So he's not really pleased with the project development, which is why Gavin Wood actually left Ethereum to develop Polkadot blockchain. So actually, all these blockchain have very, very messy relationship with each other. Their co-founders are all from the same blockchain and then they branch out to different things. Okay, which is very interesting. And more about the tokens. Right now, the top token among all these 4 tokens is Ethereum, being number 2 in market cap. Number 2 ranking in market cap, followed by Cardano, and then Polkadot and Elrond. Okay, so this is the current market capitalization ranking for these different tokens. And to be honest, they don't really mean much because Ethereum being ranked 2, it is normal because they have been around the longest. They have been adopted the most. Okay, so maybe a tip for investors as well. If you believe in a blockchain and you see that the market cap is, the ranking is quite low, maybe it's a good time to get in because buy low, sell high, right? So if a project you think is very, very promising, market capitalization is very low, then potentially you can think of investing because we should not buy a token when it is already so high. We should try to spot gems in the market. Right now, Ethereum is actually the more dominant platform project that enable people to develop decentralized application on. So you can see here, Ethereum has 70 billion market cap compared to any other blockchain like Polkadot, like Cardano. In total, just 18 billion. Okay, so right now, Ethereum is still super, super dominant. And most of this blockchain, which I will term third generation blockchain, because they are trying to solve this issue that Ethereum is facing, scalability. So this blockchain, they exist, they are created, most of them are created to solve this issue. Because there is this term called scalability trilemma that Vitalik mentioned previously, quite long ago. This scalability trilemma states that it is impossible for blockchain to equally maximize all 3 aspects, which means that if your blockchain prioritizes security and decentralization, it cannot be very, very scalable. If your blockchain prioritizes decentralization and scalability, it cannot be very secure. So there is a trade-off depending on what your blockchain wants to develop. And all these examples of blockchain, the Polkadot, Elrond, and ADA, they are trying to solve this. They want to make it equal. They want to create something that is equally scalable, equally secure, equally decentralized. Okay, so this is what a lot of projects claim to want to solve and claim that they can solve. So for example here, a lot of the third generation blockchain, how they claim to solve the issue of scalability. There's this thing called the sharding technology. To summarize and make it easy to understand, sharding, you can treat it as, instead of one blockchain, right, they actually dilute into multiple blockchain, multiple nodes that can self-execute. Okay, so with this, instead of everything, all transactions having to go through one blockchain, with sharding, the transactions can be streamlined into multiple blockchain or nodes and tabulated accordingly. With this, it will help to reduce on speed, improving scalability. So some of the blockchain that we mentioned just now use sharding to solve the issue of scalability. For example, Ethereum 2.0, there will be sharding. Polkadot, there will be a form of sharding. Elrond, also a form of sharding. But Cardano is a bit different. Instead of sharding, right, they have 2 layers to the blockchain to solve the issue of scalability. So it is not only the only solution, there are different techs that blockchain platform can explore to explore the issue of improving scalability while not compromising on decentralization and security of the blockchain. All right, with this, I want to highlight quickly on the technology. I won't really go through all because we have no time, but if you want, you can go and review this PDF documents later. Okay, so basically, these are the technology and technical differences between all these different blockchain. For example, Cardano, instead of one blockchain layer, they have two. One settlement layer, one computational layer. And with these two layers, they can promise more security, which may be good for banks, because when banks develop on blockchain platform, they want a bit of privacy. So this two layer potentially can help in that. And also it is their form of scaling the project. When they have two layer, they can scale better, they can have faster speed because you don't need everything to be settled on one single blockchain. They also all have different programming language that the blockchain is on, and they all have different transaction per seconds. Right now, the highest TPS, it is actually Elrond, not bad, because on their testnet, you can see that they reach 260,000 transactions per second. However, Cardano, they are still developing the technology, and they are saying that in the future, when their Hydra layer 2 is up, the TPS can even reach to 1 million TPS per second. So all the blockchain, right, they actually um, have very, very high TPS that they promise. But whether this is legit, whether it is the real thing, it really depends on it really depends when they launch the upgrade. Okay, so this is their promise, but we never know until they really execute. For example, Polkadot, they say that when they launch their parachain, then they can reach up to 1 million transactions per second. But whether they can really do so, it still depends on the end product. All right, so there's a lot of things going on, but I want to highlight one thing that is very interesting is that Cardano, it is a very hyped up project and market cap is very high as well, so much that it is the top 10 in crypto. However, the fact is that their technology is still developing and they currently do not have any decentralized application on their platform. So to me, this is quite funny because yes, the technology is good, but the fact is that their product is not 100% functional yet, and the market has already like determined that they are deserving of this high market capitalization. Okay, so the fact of this industry is that a lot of things, right, when you think about it, it don't really make sense. Okay, so much that a project is worth a few billion, although there is no working product, although all they have is the promise of advanced technology. Another way that we can determine whether a blockchain is good, other than technology, we can also look at the current ecosystem, such as the developers' activity. So as you can see here, Ethereum, Cardano, um, has quite high developer activity, meaning that developers are working on this platform. But here you can see something very interesting. Elrond, even though the market capitalization is so low, there has been significant developer activity. So maybe this is a good thing for retail investors like us. We can potentially look at investing in Elrond because market cap is low, developer activity is high. And let's say if I like Elrond promise of high tech, then I can also think of investing in such project. All right, and yes, like what Eric and Billy say, the right now the crypto market, right? Even though we all say we are in it for the tech, blah blah blah, the sad fact is that a lot of market capitalization, the price of crypto tokens, are based on stupid things like hype, are based on stupid things like Elon Musk tweet. Okay, so this is the state of the current market. And another interesting stat that I want to share. You can see in this chart by electric capital, Ethereum, since 2019, they have gained every month at least 300 developer. Okay, so this is promising because it means that more and more developers are interested to develop on Ethereum, and this could be a sign that yes, Ethereum could be a good blockchain. And when we zoom in into smaller market cap tokens, we can also see that, yes, it is good sign. Polkadot, Cardano, they have gained more developers by Q3 2020. Okay, so you can see here, Polkadot has gained 400 developer. So I think this is another good estimate. You can see the different blockchain project, right? How many developers are working on it, and month on month, how many developers join. As we all know, developers are so scarce in the crypto market. So if we have more developers joining a particular blockchain platform, this could be something positive, right? And I want to summarize as well, all the crypto projects that we shared, they all have quite a good ecosystem, meaning that they have good partnership, they have good collaboration, such as Elrond, all the list of partners, Polkadot, list of partners in the ecosystem, Cardano, also a good ecosystem, Ethereum, of course, have the most robust ecosystem. However, I want to highlight here that ecosystem does not equal to project activity, does not equal to the decentralized applications running on the project. Because as far as I know, Cardano smart contract is still developing. So there is right now no decentralized application on Cardano. All right, with this, I want to share with you another analogy. Assuming now we are all tenants, we are looking for a place to live. Which landlord will you choose? Will you choose this landlord that has this building that has residences speaking a lot of language, that works on a democratic governance, that has very advanced high-tech infrastructure, but right now, nobody living in it? And one unique selling point is that in this building, they want to reach out to less privileged residents. Or would you prefer living in this apartment? In this apartment, the people speak this language of solidity. The governance is a bit of a dictatorship, meaning that it is not decentralized governance. And in this building, they are under construction to improve the highway so that more residents can easily travel. They improve the speed of the highway as well. And one unique selling point is that in this building, it is the most popular one with the highest number of residents. We also have another kind of building. Total we got four, which is the four blockchain. Okay, so in this building, we have similarly residents that speak a lot of language, a decentralized governance model, very good high-tech advanced infrastructure. And the unique selling point is that in this building has been built to be easy for residents to move in, meaning ease of use. Right now in this building, there is only a few residents living in it. Lastly, building number 4, similarly speak a lot of language, the residents speak a lot of language. It is a decentralized governance model. And a unique selling point for this building is that it is connected to multiple highway, meaning that when you travel as a resident, you don't have any jam. And right now in the building, there is a few residents living in it. Okay, so with this, do you want to guess what blockchains do they represent? So this is an analogy for the blockchains that we shared just now. And residents being projects that choose to develop on them. Okay, Kate, very good. Orange Binance. Yes, but today our focus is on Elrond, Polkadot, Ethereum, Cardano. So choose between these four. For the purple one, do you think it is Cardano, Elrond, Ethereum, or Polkadot? Can you please type in the chat? Or maybe we can do a very simple one. Orange. Orange is what blockchain? Very good. So Abby, thank you. Orange is Ethereum. And actually, purple, we are referring to Cardano. Okay, orange, Ethereum. And then the blue, we are referring to Elrond. Why we refer to them later, I will share more, okay? And last but not least, the yellow one, we are referring to Polkadot. And here is why I'm sharing some of the unique selling point of this blockchain, but they are not the only one. They are just some of it. So for example, for purple one, when we refer to Cardano, so you can see here, I highlight that they want to reach out to less privileged residents. And this is what one thing they have been working on, targeting countries like Ethiopia. And they want to actually provide something for the Ethiopia country. Recently, they have signed a deal with the Ethiopian Ministry of Education to develop an identity solution. Okay, so they are trying to reach out to make less developed countries' infrastructure better. And as quoted from the founder himself, these are what of some of his unique selling point when he developed Cardano. Cardano say that with their project, they are targeting bigger scale. They are targeting government. They are targeting banks because they provide technicalities that offer metadata and automated regulation. And other than that, Cardano is also developed to help to offer economic support to billions of people. For example, by making the less developed country infrastructure better with blockchain. Here you can see the founders say that we have already started deploying ADA system in Ethiopia for 5 million students. So you can see the aim of Cardano is a bit different from Ethereum. They say that with their superior technology, they are able to reach out to the masses. They are able to provide solutions for banks because apparently they have more privacy. They offer more privacy with the use of metadata. Okay, so different priorities for different blockchains. Next, Ethereum. Of course, the unique selling point, as we all know, is that it is the most used decentralized application platform right now. So much that if we compare it to the rest don't even need to be there. Because as you can see, right now we have 2,800 decentralized application on Ethereum. When you compare it to other contender like EOS, Steam, Tron, you can see that Ethereum is really has a first mover advantage. Okay. With Ethereum 2.0, they are also trying to improve on this because Ethereum 1.0 is not scalable. So they are trying to improve on scalability so that more decentralized applications want to be built on them. So they want to improve scalability by offering upgraded solutions such as sharding. So B, very interesting point as well. I think Cardano's altruism is really just a marketing device, potentially, because so many blockchain, right? Then how we pay attention, which is why they have been trying to come up with their own unique selling point. I even think that, recently we see so many news on the energy wastage of Bitcoin. It is also something of a marketing thing that Elon Musk is trying to do to bring attention to Dogecoin or something. Yeah, so this industry unfortunately is driven a lot by hype and not much of legitimate promises. Next, the next building that I want to share, Elrond. Similar to Cardano, also very good technology. But I think one of Elrond's unique selling point that they have been trying to say is that they are built to be user-friendly. They are built for the public. Some examples. They have an Elrond wallet, which apparently it is a very user-friendly wallet that enable people to buy, transfer, trade crypto, store Elrond, stake Elrond. And recently, they also launched their own decentralized exchange that proves to be better than Uniswap, better than SushiSwap, based on the technology of Elrond, called Maya Exchange. Okay, so this is what they aim to do with Elrond. Just some of their unique selling point. They do have more. All right. And last but not least, the next building that I want to share, it's Polkadot. Unique selling point, of course, it is the fact that they are connected to multiple highway, no jam. This is referring to their focus on interoperability of blockchain. Okay, so Polkadot, right, one of their selling point that they have always trying to say is that they are the mother of all blockchain. They are a layer 0 solution that enable all chains to connect to each other. And how they do this is they work on this model called relay chain and parachain. So they have a main relay chain, and connected to this relay chain are parachains. So as projects, you can join in as and park as one of the parachain. You can think of it like a car park. Let's say I'm a car that want to upgrade myself. Instead of upgrading myself, I can go to this optimized car park. I park my car there, park it in the parachain, and then I can utilize the relays chain technicality. And with this, they also have bridges that help to bridge interoperability between the different blockchains. Okay, so today I won't go into very technical because it is a short sharing and actually we are running out of time already. So I'll just stop here. If you're interested, feel free to read more because it's quite interesting. Okay, so with this, after sharing the differences and some of the unique selling point of the different blockchain, who do you think is the Ethereum killer? Can you share in the chat? Uh, Latika, very good. None so far. Anyone else? Kate, Poker blockchain, Polkadot blockchain. And then Eric, Elron, Eddie, Dot, Bowen, none. Eric, Yunhan like Elron. Why? No, I don't like Elron. Okay, so the fact is that it is really up to us. Okay, we do have our different preference. And if we ask some of our developer friend, maybe they like Cardano because they say they have better tech. If we look at, as in, if we ask our other friends, maybe our trader friend, they will like Elron because potentially more profit. So it really depends on who we ask. And I just want to share, maybe, right, what I think is that Ethereum is their own killer. And why is it so? It is because Ethereum, right, they have been delaying this 2.0 upgrade for so long until recently I saw this news. Ethereum 2.0 will be delayed again, and it won't arrive until late 2022. So the fact is that maybe we can think of it such that Ethereum is killing themselves. All right, because yes, they have the first mover advantage, but they have been quite slow in tech development. So all the other blockchains can catch up, and ultimately they may be the one murdering and committing suicide themselves. We don't even need other blockchain. Okay? So to summarize, what I want to highlight here is that there is no point for us to be blockchain maximalists. We don't need to just support one blockchain because we can think of it as a blue ocean strategy. All blockchains have different utility, different unique selling points. We can choose our own landlord that we think best fit our goal as a project. And to be honest, most blockchains are actually working together. They are partnering together instead of against. So we don't need to think, well, Polkadot will kill Ethereum, Ethereum will kill Cardano. Actually, we don't need to think that. Everyone can exist together. So before I end, I also want to share this since a lot of us are retail user. If we want to earn from alt chains, what can we look out for? If we think the technology is good and we actually use the projects, then we can get in because the key thing is getting in early. For example, I use Matic blockchain for some projects. Like I play Avagotchi, I use QuickSwap. Because I use their ecosystem, then I realized how fast and how cheap Matic is. With that, I think Polygon. Polygon has a lot of potential, which is why I bought Polygon. Okay, so if you like the project, you use the project, then you will judge better. Okay? And last but not least, another point, we can also see the staking rewards. So if a staking reward is high, why not try? But of course, this is just one determinant because it could be a case whereby you get a lot of staking reward, but the token price keep going down. So do practice your own due diligence. But to summarize, I would say that for projects that you actively use and you like, then you can consider investing in them, because this is what I personally has been seeing more profit, investing in projects that I personally use and like. All right, so this is the end of our sharing. I hope you learned something about the alt chain, and whether you think who is a killer, it's really up to you. But personally, I think Ethereum is killing themselves because they keep delaying. Okay, so maybe my summary is to YH. F killer is Ethereum. They commit suicide. All right, with this, we will go for a quick Kahoot. Don't worry, Faye, this is very quick, only 4 questions. So Bybit has sponsored 10 USDT for the top 3. Okay, so you can thank your HR. Now let's go to Kahoot. To play Kahoot, if you are a first-time player, please use your phone.